Tom, 5 unbeaten for the side now. Wow. What more need be said about us?
We knew it was coming. You know, we've said for the last few blogs after the game, you know, even when we lost against Blaymires and tough games against Long Eaton, we said the performances were almost there. We were just lacking that final clarity in the final third, and now it's starting to click. And it was always going to take time. You know, we came in October, had a tough run of fixtures. We had a brand new style of football that we wanted to play. We brought in 8 or 10 new faces. They had to gel into the squad, so we knew it was going to take time. The only problem was that time wasn't on our side. We knew we were running out of time, and we had to get some results quick, and fortunately it clicked at the right time. And now you're seeing, and the players are seeing, and the fans are seeing that, you know, this is what we can potentially achieve next year. You
came here with the intention of getting nothing other than 3 points. Did you feel as if you got the performance from the girls today?
If I'm being honest, I'd still say we fell short of what we expect, and we've talked a lot to the girls about setting your own standards. Yes, you can win 6-0, and on paper it sounds fantastic, but there were moments where we were sloppy in possession. We weren't first to 50-50s or winning the second balls. We weren't clinical. You know, we should have scored 4 or 5 in the first half, and we didn't. And I've often seen that come back to bite you on the bum when you don't take your chances. So, yeah, I'd say it's a 6 out of 10 performance, but that's a sign of a good team. You know, I remember Alex Ferguson once said, you know, the best teams, they win when they're not playing well, and that's what defines a good team. And I think today was a perfect example. And even last week against Bedworth, you know, we won 3-0, and we were nowhere near our best or the standards we want to see, but we scored 9 goals in 2 games and conceded nothing. So, yeah, really happy.
Just touching on that, you said that the standard wasn't very good last week, but does that matter at this stage of the season if we're collecting 3 points?
No, well, yes and no, because ultimately your luck runs out. There's only so long you can go before those bad performances turn into poor results. Our benefit is at the moment is that we're riding high on the back of 5 games unbeaten, and the squad are starting to feel the energy, and I think it's carrying us through. If we'd have played like we did the last couple of weeks at the start of the season when I first took over, I don't know if we'd have had that spirit to carry us through the games. I mean, the perfect example is Wem, away from home. You know, we drew 0-0. And so now what we've done is we've got that spirit, they're training hard, the players know each other well, and we are getting the result, but it doesn't last forever. I know what you're saying, that we're close to the end of the season, but 3 points is the most important. But eventually, if you're not careful, it'll come back to bite you, and you'll have nothing.
Is that a massive hurdle cleared now, would you say?
Still not yet. I want to make sure. So mathematically, we're still not safe. I think we're on 24 points now, and I think bottom 3 are on 13. Is the highest of the bottom 3, but they've got games to play. We've got some tough fixtures coming up, so I've just told the girls nothing's done until we're mathematically safe, and at the moment we aren't, so we keep training hard, and we focus on Bedworth now.
Just tell us what impressed you the most about that performance today.
I think what impressed me the most is that even though it wasn't going our way and we were sloppy in possession, the girls stuck to the philosophy and tried to play, and when we had our chances in the second half, we took them. I think getting the first goal in the second half, making it 3-0, and then we scored the 4th and the 5th in quite quick succession. That sort of killed the game off. So I was pleased in a way that we didn't. It's easy when you're playing a tough pitch. It was bobbly, it was bone dry, it was tough to play football on. I think, you know, we knew it was going to be a difficult afternoon for that respect, but at least the girls carry on trying to play.
It is a stunning win for the side, which takes the unbeaten run to 5. What has changed in the last 5 leading to this run?
I think just like I said, the fact the team are together now, they sort of can see what the vision is from myself and the coaching staff of how we want to play, and I think they're starting to believe in it. I could have the best philosophy in the world, but if I can't convince the players to buy into it, it means nothing. I think they're buying into it now, and winning helps that. You know, if we'd have lost 7 games in a row, it's hard for me to sell them the dream of playing that style of football. But now we're 5 games unbeaten, it's an easier sell. And the more they believe in it and the more they adhere to what we're asking them to do, the more success they'll have, and I'm confident of that. And I think that's what's carried us through the last 5 weeks.
Moors are now just 1 win away from safety, albeit the Wem Town result. So how good does that sound compared to when you first walked into the club?
Yeah, it's massive, because when I took over here, the reality was, and my remit from the club was just survive. It wasn't even where do you finish in the table. The focus was just make sure we're playing National League football next year. Obviously I've got standards, and I'm competitive, and finishing anywhere other than as high as we physically could isn't acceptable to me, but I was aware of the challenge. So to now be in a position where we're on 24 points with 4 more games to play, another possible 12 points to collect is a fantastic position to be in.
In our next fixture, we travel to Bedworth. That game could even be tougher now, seeing that they've just been officially relegated. So, just tell us what would you expect from the side next week?
Well, I'm expecting Bedworth to fight because they're an established National League team and they're going to have pride. They're not going to just roll over and let us beat them at their place. But I'm expecting a better performance than when we played them last week, and I want our girls to approach it with the same respect and the right mentality that they have done over the last 5 weeks, because anything less than that in this league you get punished. If we go into that game and think we've already won it, we beat them last week 3-0, they're relegated, then we'll be the ones that will have egg on our face because we won't come away with 3 points.
Could this be a banana skin in some ways?
Yeah, of course it can, and I'm always wary of that, and that's why this session on Tuesday and Thursday is really important. We've got to make sure the girls stay focused and stay committed.